What's going on, everybody? Jakeb here with Lebanon Ford Performance. Today we're taking a test drive in a brand new 2020 Explorer ST. I'm going to give you guys a walk around the car, highlight some of the new features, and give this thing a drive. Really, we want to feel the power of this new 3-liter twin turbo for the Explorer. Though it's been in the Lincoln line for a couple years, this is the first on the Ford line. So let's check this thing out. So here it is in all of its glory here. So we have the 2020 Explorer ST. I love how they redesigned the front end. It seems wider, it seems more aggressive. I feel like the tires are, the offset of the wheels and tires is actually pretty good for the way it should be. The black trim is great. You've got some real nice clean lines on this thing. You have the Explorer logo there on the runner. It just seems like a whole new vehicle to me. Very aggressive. The quad tip exhaust is, kind of a little translation to the Mustang GT. Very, very, very cool. Blacked out package as well. Little ST logo there. So I come from the Focus ST, Focus RS world. I was a big fan. Those were some of my first cars. This is certainly a very, very good looking vehicle. It does have the standard 20s on it. There is additional 20 blacked out wheel option as well. With this one does have the 10-inch productivity display. Got Jacob Shelton in here who's riding shotgun today. These are more of like I guess like a Recaro inspired kind of seat. It does have the ST logo embossed in it. Flat bottom steering wheel from the ST and the RS, and the 10.1-inch productivity display. I do think the instrument cluster lacks a little bit of luster, but it is all digital, just as in the Mustang and the Shelby GT500. The displays are nice and clean, easy, like soft touch buttons. I love the silver trim here on the console. This does have the captains in the middle, and then third row seating available as well. So you do have these still bolstered second row seats, and then you can flow through to the third row. So we're gonna drive it and see what this thing can do. All right, so we're gonna take this thing for a drive. Interior wise, it's a very comfortable car. The steering wheel is nice and easy on the hands. It's a real soft touch, plenty of buttons and stuff to do all your functionality, your adaptive cruise, your lane guidance, all that. Everything's at just a real short arm length. The rear wheel drive is very, very impressive. You can tell that this thing has a lot more control than the previous Explorer Sport. Braking is very responsive. You do have all the drive modes available. It's actually a very wide open cockpit as well. There's a lot of room to move around. Plenty of stuff for like phones and charging cables and all that. I do like the silver trim all the way around. You got the B&O audio system as well. It's very peppy just driving around town. It seems like it's very responsive. Braking is top notch. I mean, just a light touch of the brakes and you're up on it. The steering wheel does have paddle shifters, so you do have a simulated manual shift should you want to. You can go into a manual drive mode as well, but this having the 10-speed auto, we're gonna go ahead and see what this thing can do. So we're waiting for a light to change, and then we're gonna step on it. Dash actually reconfigures depending on what mode you put it in. It glows a different color, has a different layout. This is very similar to the 401A GT GT screen, and instantly, oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Yeah. So in normal, this is a very normal vehicle. In sport, very, very peppy, very fun. I enjoyed that. It holds the gear a little bit, waits for you to go back into it, and then quick second of turbo lag, starts picking back up. That's nice. For a 3-row vehicle that can hold 7 to 8 people, I like it. I would put my wife in it. I would probably drive it myself. For like if, when I've got both girls and both dogs, I'll probably need one of these now. So I like it. The steering, and the one thing I noticed also in sport mode is the steering becomes tighter. So that was an instant, more aggressive steering response, more aggressive throttle response. It has like 7 different drive modes for different driving elements, whether it be sand or snow or off-road or rain. An economy mode, which I think is what we were in first. That's why it was so lackluster. It does have active park assist, so when you're driving downtown, you need to parallel park, you need to park it in a spot, perpendicular park it, whatever you may need. This is a great redesign of the Ford Explorer. Way more fun than the Sport, in my opinion. I'm liking the ST line. I'm enjoying it. So you can check this out. We currently have 2 of these in stock. I imagine we'll have a lot more. Check these out at lebanonford.com.